Hey, Lance here from Naturally Nutritious. So, Crohn's disease is, of course, inflammation of the small intestines. Inflammation is caused by damaged tissue, and I mean, what's going to damage your intestines besides what you eat, right? So, of course, intermittent fasting would be beneficial for Crohn's disease. It makes perfect sense because if you're not eating, but there's no way that damage can be caused. Your digestive system is not doing anything, so the body has time to heal. Inflammation is only there to heal. Same with, say, a sore, swollen, inflamed ankle that you have now bashed and damaged somehow. If you keep walking on that ankle, it's never going to get better. But if you just let it rest, eventually it will heal itself, because that's what your body does. It uses inflammation to heal itself. And another thing with shortening your eating window is hopefully you'll be eating a bit less, because of course if you have Crohn's disease, there's a very high chance that you were overeating or just snacking when you actually didn't need to have that snack, and all this work that your intestines have been doing has now caused this inflammation. So definitely give intermittent fasting a try if you do have Crohn's disease or any other autoimmune disease for that matter, and please let me know how it goes. I hope it helps you. So it makes sense that doing intermittent fasting would help to heal the inflamed gut that you have. But now, what about omad? That can be debatable, right? Because if you're eating a whole bunch of food all at one time, your body has a lot to digest, your intestines are very full and very busy and working very hard. Maybe that's actually going to be damaging for your Crohn's disease. Let me give you my experience. Just to give you a brief summary of more or less what and how and when I eat. Mainly eat raw vegan, a lot of smoothies, a lot of fruits, a lot of sweet potato, a lot of nuts and almond milk and peanut butter and chocolate. Love cacao. Sometimes it will vary, pretty much mainly banana smoothies, some protein powder like pea protein, some sweet potato or something like that. And more or less I'll eat from about anywhere from 1 hour up until sometimes 8 to 10 hours, but most of the time between 1 and 4 hours. And even if I eat like a big meal all at one time in a space of an hour, like, yeah, I can get a tiny bit of discomfort. I don't get nearly as much pain and discomfort that I would if I actually ate the same amount of food throughout the whole day. As long as I'm not overeating, as long as I'm not eating processed food or gluten or the normal foods that would cause inflammation and discomfort, whether you're intermittent fasting or not, I find that my Crohn's disease is pretty much under control. Even if I do indulge a bit and overeat a bit or eat a little bit of unhealthy things, I find that as long as I'm not eating for too long a period of time, the pain and discomfort subside quite quickly. Whereas if I did a whole day of binge eating, then that pain and discomfort can be there for like a couple of days after that. So yeah, I haven't done much research on OMAD and Crohn's disease or chronic inflammation, but from my experience, they seem to go okay together. Now, obviously, it's not a good idea to suddenly go and eat your 3 meals all at one time, because you might need a little bit of time to adapt. I would suggest try it for yourself. Slowly decrease your eating window over time and see if it helps for you. Everybody's different. Maybe your Crohn's disease is much further developed than mine. I was quite fortunate where I was able to catch it quite early. Because of my appendix scar, it started becoming very irritable and quite uncomfortable and sore. So yeah, give it a try. Let me know in the comments. Hopefully you can get it under control. I know I haven't been posting many videos very often, and that's because unfortunately my mom has had a few strokes and is now partially paralyzed, and I'm having to help her. My father's no longer with me, so yeah, I just don't really have as much time as I was hoping to have to build this channel. So please bear with me, and you are still here and watching right now. I really appreciate your support, and please like and subscribe.